no money, that's an asshole. It wasn't a phase.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Senior Citizen Podcast. We are here with whoever can fill your dust supply needs. Did that make sense? Probably not.
Just a little bit.
How are you guys doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you for having us.
Long trip from West Palm Beach. I mean, it's your gas money.
Fair.
I want to hear a little bit about the band. First of all, where did the name come from?
The name. We had so many names before, but we were just putting like two things together. We were like something kind of that sticks out, but nothing too crazy. What else did you guys think about for names?
I remember one of my favorite band names of all time and bands is Duster. It's like lo-fi rock.
Okay.
And I was like, maybe something with dust in it would sound cool and grungy.
I mean, although our first pick was gonna be like Dog Club, me and Sky were like,
Yeah, maybe that won't work. Not a glam band.
Dog Club?
Dog Club. Yeah.
I think you get a lot of like those dog pages following you on Instagram, like the cute little Pomskis and
Fair.
everything.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. I want to hear a little bit about each of you guys' musical backgrounds and how you ended up making this group. I don't know who the front runner here leader was, but we'll start with Sky.
Sure. So for the longest time, I was like playing around with like different bands, different groups, and nothing was really like sticking. So he hit me up on Bandmix one day and was like, "Yo, dude, I seen your profile on Instagram. Like, we should get together." Checked out his stuff. I'm like, he makes dope music. Cool. And we got together. We jammed. It went well. And he knew Kobe, and he was like, "Yo, I got this friend. Like, he should come through." And I'm like, "Yeah, definitely." So Kobe came through. We had, what, 2 practices?
Yeah.
2-3 practices we got together. That went pretty well. And then, yeah, here we are.
I'm up here. This is the second time that I've had a band that has met one of their members on Bandmix.
Yeah.
Which is...
Because they go back. Like, they went to high school together.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear that story. But let's go for it. How long have you guys known each other?
Freshman year?
Yeah, freshman year.
Freshman year of high school, yeah.
I mean, we had like the same friend group, kind of.
Yeah.
So
Go to his house to hang out. We've been to like Rolling Loud together. That was a crazy weekend for... Yeah, there's a lot going on with Rolling Loud at that festival we went to.
For sure.
I could never imagine.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was all chill, you know. Oh, wow.
I've never been. I want to go, but I heard it's pretty
I've never
crazy.
been either.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's pretty wild.
I feel like I'm too old to go now. My back can't take it. It's just constant.
So funny.
No, I went to a festival a couple weeks ago, and all the venues were kind of like spread out.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like festival walking distance. It was
Yeah.
like, hey, it's half a mile that way.
Which one did you go to?
Fest in Gainesville.
Okay.
So basically, the whole downtown, the different spot venues that usually play shows, they all are just kind of like under one big organized festival, and there's
Right.
music for 3 days straight at all of them. But I had some people complaining. They were like, "Yeah, my calves kind of hurt after today," and I'm like, "Y'all are weak."
Gotta have the right shoes.
The right shoes, yeah, with the arch support and everything.
Yes.
They don't
Yes.
flat
100%.
So this band got together through Bandmix and longtime friends. How did each of you start playing music?
I'm 22 now. I started when I was 10. Everyone in my family's pretty musical, but no one played drums. So my dad was like, "Hey, I think you should pick up an instrument," because I used to play baseball as well. And he was like, "I think an instrument would fit you well." And he was like, "Maybe guitar, bass." Kind of tried it, didn't like it. I started playing drums. And kind of from there, like, haven't really stopped since. So...
It was just were you self-taught or?
I did take lessons for a few years.
Okay.
So kind of 50-50. Like, I am self-taught, but I also went to lessons for a little bit, like on and off.
Got you. And what was it about the drums?
I don't know. It's a very physical instrument. Like, it's a good stress reliever, to be honest. And I don't know. I feel like in school, I knew a lot of kids that played guitar, drums, guitar, bass, singing, but like no one really played drums. So I was like, I think I should try it out. And I liked it.
You knew a lot of bass players?
Yeah.
That's like a gold mine.
Swear. But like no drummers. So I was like, I think I should try this.
Right.
Yeah.
I had someone tell me that they wanted to learn the drums because drums go boom. That was.
I mean, they do.
They do.
They do.
He was not wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't see that's the reason I don't want to play drums.
Because at first my parents got me an electric kit and they're like, do this for a little bit, like show us that you actually like want to stick with it,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll get you a real kit. Then it was like, I think 2 or 3 years later, I got like an actual like drum set. I was like, this is it, you know?
And your neighbors have hated you since.
Honestly, they've been pretty good about it. I try not to play at night or in the morning. So like 11, 12 o'clock, I'll play for like an hour or two.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I try to be mindful.
Right.
They're cool.
His neighbors will give us crap sometimes as we're like loading up our gear to practice. They'll be like, "Don't make too much noise today."
All in good fun though.
Like
yeah,
you know it's Tuesday, man.
Yeah, true.
Got that little finger wave where you know they're kidding.
Right, right.
Ryan, how about you?
I have an older sister. Shout out Melanie. Shout out
Mm-hmm.
to Melanie. She got me into, when I was probably around like 10, 11, into like bands like My Chemical Romance and like Fall Out Boy. So as she started taking guitar lessons, so like I wanted to start taking guitar lessons. So that's how we started. So we basically just formed a band. She started learning bass instead and like took that up as her main instrument and been playing ever since.
And your sister never joined the band with you?
Right now she's in Texas, but if she ever moves back,
That's your ride or die?
spot's open, yeah.
Come through.
That's cool. Like, as you say that, I'm like, oh, that's what my life should have been like. Because my brother is a multi-instrumentalist. He can do
Okay.
whatever he picks up. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
And I can't play shit.
Did you ever try like one instrument specifically that you were like maybe?
In high school, I played orchestra. I was in the orchestra. I played
Oh,
viola.
dude, that's awesome.
No, there was tape like all over
I think it's pretty
the
cool. But
thing.
hey.
And no, I just didn't know how to play.
Oh,
It's
okay,
like,
okay.
we're tuning now. I'd like tap the person next to me. I'm like, am I out of tune?
Am I good? Am I good?
And she knew what she was doing. So
Okay.
She was like, "Put that down."
Mhm.
But yeah, that's what my life should have been like, you know?
Yeah,
Someone
sure.
should have taught
Yeah,
me.
she plays guitar and bass, so
That's cool.
we got a spot for her. She wants to come.
Listen. Self-flow's calling you.
Facts.
Kobe, what about you?
I mean, kind of got like an extensive background in music, kind of, because like my parents had me doing like piano lessons when I was like 9 or 8, and then from then on, middle school, I joined band, played trombone. High school, I was also in band, trombone, tuba, baritone, stuff like that. And then when I was 16, that's when I kind of got into playing guitar. And I had like, you know those like Walmart Kona guitars that are like $80?
Baby, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they're
I feel like my
they're
brother
really,
had one of
really
those.
cheap, really cheap.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
my sister had one, and like I just started strumming on it like 2016, and like I've just been playing guitar since then. So
It's awesome.
self-taught,
So all the way self-taught.
all the way self-taught.
Band kids are built different though.
I
Like
guess
you
so.
had the musicality.
Straight up.
Yeah, no, I was just telling the last band too, I'm like, my high school only cared about band. Like
Okay, so like really heavy on band more than sports. Or
yeah,
really?
yeah, people would go to the games to see the band as opposed to actually like
Interesting.
see
That's
the game.
weird. That sounds weird too. If you're in band, like if you're in band, you're the weird kid, bro.
Right, that's what it was supposed to be. No,
Yeah.
no, they'd watch, and whenever they didn't want to do anything in class, the teacher would put on drumline for like.
That's sick.
I think you watched drumline at least 30 times in the year. It was crazy.
It's a good move.
I guess so. Can we talk a little bit about what music genres inspired you? Did you go through that scene phase?
I mean, I wouldn't say I've gone through like a scene phase, but like, you know, like Nirvana, stuff like that, Soundgarden, kind of like grunge rock,
Okay.
and then moved on to like progressive, heavy metal, stuff like that, like Tool.
So you weren't Believe next. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, I absolutely went through a emo scene phase.
Well, you went through the Fall Out Boy, my
Yeah,
phase
absolutely.
because of your sister.
Yeah, and I would say, because like I've been to a couple Warped Tours and all that, and then I would say like kind of throughout high school I stopped for a bit, and like it was just rap, but then I got back into it like with heavier stuff like Kublai Khan and stuff like that.
Oh, Kublai Khan's sick.
Absolutely,
they're dope.
I want to see them. So
Really
bad.
want to see them.
No, Kublai Khan's sick. Yeah, I went to. Wow, I think you're one of the first people that's gone to Warped Tour.
What?
Really?
Really?
Oh yes.
I've only been to the last 3. Like
Okay.
I wish I would have gone to more, like when I was younger, but
I went.
it's so sick.
I think like 2013, 2012-ish.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I want to never gone the same years, like not the more recent ones.
No, I missed the last one. I really wanted to go.
The last one was really cool. I think Pennywise closed.
Pennywise?
Yeah.
Maybe. I remember that there was like last Warped Tour, and I was like, damn, I really want to go, but I'm gonna wait to buy my ticket.
Mhm.
And then the actual like day before it hit West Palm, I got my wisdom teeth removed. Oh,
Oh my
surprise
God.
I'm
wisdom
so
tooth
sorry.
removal.
What do you mean?
Sucks.
I've never told this story on here before, and it's really funny actually. I went to go get a cavity filled, right?
Okay.
And my doctor goes, "Oh, it's already numb. Let's just take out your tooth while we're here." And I'm like, Yeah, sure. Like with all the tools in my mouth, I'm like, yeah, sounds like a great idea. Worst idea ever.
Yeah.
Like
Jeez.
in pain. I wasn't knocked out completely. It was just local anesthesia.
Okay.
I was in so much pain. I went home, like my head's gonna explode. This is it. I'm gonna die. Like my head hurts so bad.
Mhm.
And my mom went over to the pharmacy, got my meds, and then I was watching The Office for like 3 days. I don't even remember the end of it because I was so drugged up.
Do you remember leaving?
The dentist office?
Yeah.
In a lot of pain. Like
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
kind of pain where you're dizzy.
I was so like out of it. Like my dad had to like carry me to like the car. I couldn't even walk.
Wow.
Yeah, because I got all 4 out
Yeah.
the same day.
Well, the next time
Yeah.
I went, I got knocked out when they took out 3, and I was fine.
Right.
Like they brought me out on a wheelchair, and I'm like, I can walk. And they're
Yeah.
like, no.
But for the first one, they...
The first tooth, yeah, my normal
Ooh.
dentist just yanked it out, and it usually has 2 roots. That one had 4,
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
and that hurt like a bitch. But that's why I missed the last work tour. How was it? How was your work tour experience?
At least you got to say that you went though. Like
Yeah.
earlier on.
No, and I have pictures and everything. I love the Wonder Years. I don't know if you guys listen to the Wonder
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture with Soupy.
Okay.
Like, way back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm wearing my little Pierce the Veil t-shirt and everything.
Yes. No, but Warped Tour was sick. One of my favorite bands, Too Close to Touch. Their singer passed away like a year ago. I got to like meet him in 2017, 2018. So hanging out with them was like really cool. That band's done a lot for me personally. So getting to like meet them, hang out with them at their tent was really cool. I met Spencer from Ice Nine Kills,
Sick.
which was pretty cool. I got to the very front for Wage War, and someone like stage dove, completely crashed down on me. Like maybe a minute into their first song, and I was like, I'm out. I gotta head back. But again, granted, this was like later in the day. It's like 100 degrees.
No, the heat, and I think with global
Yeah.
warming now, it would be completely unbearable to be at Warped Tour.
Oh, there's no
like,
chance.
there's not.
But if it came back, hey, I mean,
Oh, I'll still be
Yeah,
there.
I'll still
I'm going.
Ryan, what about you? What is your like top Warped Tour memories?
I think the first and only time I ever crowd surfed was at Warped Tour. It was during Issues set, and I was with when I was younger. When I was in a band with my sister, and when she was a bit older, we were in a band with like a couple older guys, and we were with them. And they started playing a song, and when my one friend just grabs me and puts me up to crowd surf, and I was probably like 13, 14. The first time I've ever done it. It was crazy.
That's awesome. My first crowd surfing was at Warped Tour too.
I think that's the only time I've ever done it too.
Really, it's so much fun.
Do you remember like what band was going on when you were?
No, I don't remember what band. I might have been Sleeping with Sirens.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
pretty sick.
Might.
Okay.
But the one thing that was like clear to me that I remember is that I remember like going on top of people. I was not too close to the front,
Yeah.
and there was a big hole. I guess because people
Oh,
were
no, you-
watching. I almost fell. Some random stranger dove in and saved me and like catapulted me onto the
Okay.
next people.
Nice.
But that was, I was probably like 13, 14. I went home. My mom freaked out. She was like, "Oh, those people touched you," and I'm like,
She's like, never again.
I
No
got
more.
really
No more.
catapulted. Like no one's actually like touching me, but okay.
Right.
That's
sick, though.
super fun. And then meeting. Well, you said you got to meet some of your favorite
Yeah.
singers and whatnot.
Sure.
I got to meet Christopher Drew from Never Shout Never.
Oh wow.
Anybody know who that is?
I do.
Okay. First time telling you. There's been so many interviews, but I'm sitting here. I found them, guys. Someone who knows who Chris Drew is.
That's like, how did that go?
It was great. He's a really nice dude. It's
Sure.
exactly how you imagine, just hippie-ish. I went up and I was like, I want to give you a hug. Yeah, you know.
Now, were there any sets that you like missed? Like let's say there was a band you really wanted to see, right? So you go to see them, but you're like, oh, but like at 3 o'clock, I don't know, like Silverstein's playing.
Well, that happened to me with Fest. I have no like actual recollection of Warped Tour schedules at this point in my life. Like it was like years ago. But,
for sure.
It happened to me at Fest. It was like, God, I have to run from one place to another, and I was too drunk. It wasn't happening. Kobe, what's your favorite festival or concert experience that you've had?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been to like many festivals or concerts. Honestly, like I guess the most say impactful was the one in which we're all out together.
Really?
Impactful is crazy.
It's a crazy statement.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some off the record stuff that needs to be said about Rolling Loud.
I wasn't there, so that's between them. I have no idea.
I mean, it's nothing too crazy. It's if he wants to disclose it.
I mean, it was really good. Like seeing like all the artists and stuff like that, like Little Skies and stuff. It was pretty dope. I just remember like the last thing that happened was when we were getting ready to leave. We're just chilling, waiting out there, and then some dude sitting right next to me. He just like he turns around, and looks at me, and then he just barfs. throws up all over my shirt.
All over.
And then like I don't remember what happened. Like
He
did
just-
he say anything or
He
just
gets up and then walks away.
It was so crazy.
We were like, should we fight him? Like, what's
How late in the day was that?
It was like 11 o'clock. It was like 12.
So you had like the whole day ahead of you.
Yeah.
Oh no. It's so gross.
Gross. That was literally gross. It's my favorite shit too. I toss that shit.
Yeah. I would have gone to Melissa at that point.
Can't watch that.
I think I'd be one of those people that would like instinctively just throw up at the thought of someone throwing up on me.
okay.
Like it just turns into a chain. You could have turned around and done it to the person behind you.
Yeah,
I was just kind of like, damn. Like really?
I couldn't believe my eyes. We were all just like,
The day just started. There's so much left to do.
Denzel Curry is performing, and this is happening.
This is the worst thing ever.
Right.
All right, you guys. As a band, as a group, like, what are the goals? What's that end line? What's that? I don't know, that award, that stage that you want to be at.
I think eventually, like us getting to the point of just being more consistent with playing out. I think we had our first show in July. And kind of since then we've been playing out. It's been going pretty well. But I think like touring eventually. I think that's a pretty big goal for us eventually.
Where do you guys want to tour? And I'm talking like sky's the limit, wherever you want.
Anywhere.
Yeah. Mars, for all I care. Like,
I mean, if Mars is
I mean, yeah, like I don't know about like how that would go. It'd be pretty fun though. I don't know, maybe just like around the States, but I mean, more realistically speaking, like I think just like a little like Florida tour,
okay.
like up and down the coast would be pretty cool.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Entire East Coast.
Yeah,
just to see how it is first, and then Europe, you know what I'm saying?
right to Europe.
Yeah, so from there, we'll take the Amtrak to London.
right.
Oh, that's cool. What about, I mean, and those goals can be separate, individual, like Ryan, you can have a totally different goal in mind.
I was actually going to say a similar thing. Probably going on a tour together, I think would be really fun, and even with like a band that we all really like.
Who would be that dream band to tour with?
Oh, dream band.
Probably like Fleshwater.
Fleshwater would be pretty cool.
I've heard of them.
They're really cool.
It's like shoegazy.
Okay.
Alternative, yeah.
Fleshwater makes it sound like it's not going to be shoegazy.
Promise
Like,
you,
it's
like
gonna be-
it's very off-putting, but like they're sick.
It's like slightly heavier Paramore, I would say.
I love that. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Kobe, what's your goals and dreams?
Like with the band, I don't want to be like, kind of the same, but like low-key guys just like touring and doing cool stuff like that, to be honest. Yeah.
Well, the best piece of advice that I will never use that got told to me is that if you want to go on tour, just do it. And that was, like what's stopping you? And I'm sure you all have, jobs and regular
9
lives
to 5.
going on.
Yeah.
Right. But, sometimes it's just worth it taking that PTO and running.
100%.
Dominic Delani even does like a Amtrak tour. He goes with his guitar and he went up to Canada.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. That was insane.
Yeah, and he was the one that gave me that piece of advice. I was
Really?
like, great, I'm not a musician, but if you want to go on tour, I'm going to tell that to everybody.
That's great.
Do
bro.
it.
You're like passing it on to other people though.
No,
So
I
it's-
tell it to everybody. Like, if that's your dream to go on tour, like, there's nothing stopping you. Just
Yeah.
not. I mean, booking, I'm sure, can be hard, and I'm going to speak for Dominic here. I'm sure Dominic is more than happy to give anybody some tips because he is a booking manager.
Sure.
But yeah, get out there. Do your thing.
That's the goal eventually. Yeah,
Yeah.
eventually.
Well, Fleshwater for you guys to play
Mhm.
with. Kobe, who would you want to play with?
They put me on.
They put you on.
Yeah. Like, I think like a couple of weeks ago, like they,
At
was
our
that
EP
one song?
release show,
Yeah.
Kiss the Ladder, I put on, and he texted me the day after. He was like, I can't stop listening to this.
What's the name of the song?
Kiss the Ladder.
Kiss the Ladder.
Kiss the Ladder.
It's like literally 1 minute long. But
I'll
it's
listen
like
to
a
that
really
first.
nice
It's
movie.
really cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
As soon as you say it's like Paramore-ish, it's like a minute.
So it's like Paramore with like Deftones vibes, like very
Yeah.
like 90s, like early 2000s ish. Very cool.
Yeah, their imagery too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so down for that.
So
More
cool.
information.
So
Definitely.
cool. You dig it.
So short-term goals.
Mhm.
What are you guys doing as planned? We had first show in July.
Yeah. We recently put out our EP, Cross Space for Two. And we've had pretty decent feedback on it. I feel like, so again, we haven't really been together for that long, but I feel like we've been working like pretty hard. We practice like a couple times a week, play out as much as we can. So I think just continuing to do that, to be honest.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't have time to listen to the EP. I will.
No worries.
I
All
will
good.
after this. But for the people who are like me and haven't listened to it, what kind of music do you guys play for fans of?
I'd say it's like a grunge alternative.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe the best way to put it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we
What-
kind of put our own like little twist on it. So
What's the first song that somebody should dive into? What's the one that's had the best reception?
Ripple.
Ripple for sure.
Ripple?
Yeah,
That's the last song.
We have a joke that we're already one-hit wonders because after every set we play, everybody's like, "Hey, Ripple was pretty good."
It's what we close with.
Yeah.
So it's like the last thing I remember, and they're like, "Yo, that song specifically." And we're like, "Cool. Do you like the other ones too?"
All songs matter.
Right, for sure. Like we worked really hard on this, guys.
No, okay, I'm gonna for sure check it out.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part about playing shows? Like right here with you guys, like your energy is like super chill, super cool.
Appreciate
like when
that.
you guys get on stage, is it like let's fucking go?
I'll be honest.
Or-
I think. Well, again, this is just speaking for me. Like you guys can say something too. I feel like it's like the community, especially like our friends' bands. We've gone out to like support them. Like we were at our friend Mount Sinai's. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
We were at our friend's Mount Sinai show last night at Respectable Street. We saw them. Just supporting our friends' bands, Dope Steak. Any other bands you guys can think of that were?
Sleepbox.
Sleepbox. Shout out Sleepbox.
Toy Gun
Toy Gun Club.
Even though they beat us in the poll.
For sure. No, but like seriously, like just getting closer with all those bands because we can all kind of like call them friends now. Like we'll shoot texts back and forth about like, hey, like we got a show coming up if you guys want to open. So it's just like kind of back and forth of like this like cool community thing that we have
Right.
going on.
And for the people who are in bands and go to these shows, like what can they expect out of you guys? Like, are we expecting high energy, let's party, or is it more like let's all just chill today?
I think it's more of like a chill type vibe, but like we can definitely like have fun, get it going. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like,
Yeah,
We're
kind
all
of like a
pretty
lose yourself. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Is this you guys' first individually, like your first serious band?
for sure for me. Yeah, definitely for me.
I'm not sure because the band I joined when I was younger, they were kind of already formed and everything, and they were all a lot older. But this is the most serious I've taken a band, and this is the most fun I've had in a band.
Okay. Toby?
Yeah. First series like kind of band. I mean, I've just been making these like short little songs on the side, so.
Right. And were you guys involved in that local music scene before or no?
No, not since I was like 13 or
Yeah.
14 playing with my sister.
Yeah.
So you'll probably understand this point of view, but isn't it so cool to you to just be friends with people in the scene?
Yeah,
It's honestly
yeah.
like so cool,
Right?
to be honest. Yeah, because you just have like stuff to bond over. Like, oh, like we had a problem with loaded today. Oh no way, like we did like 2 days ago. Like it's just that,
Yeah,
you know.
the same
Yeah, it's
problem.
like, well, for me, because I used to go to local shows a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
And back when we had like the talent farm or whatever, and I remember I would go and everybody would seem so cool, and I would be too scared to talk to them. So now as an adult, and I have this podcast, I'm like friends with people that I know as a kid. I would have looked at them and been like, they're so cool, I want to be their friend.
Hey, you're in it now.
Yeah.
Right?
You're here.
Now I can message them and be like, yo, what's up?
Facts.
No, it's super cool. I'm glad that you guys have gotten this great start, that you recorded music. Is there any more music getting recorded soon that we should know about?
That's the goal. I'd say maybe in the next like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah,
We should
we're.
get back in the studio.
I would say we're almost done with another EP at this point.
Wow, you guys are just speeding them out.
Yeah, we love writing. It's really fun.
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's amazing. So we're gonna do a Reddit question.
Oh, fun.
Are any of you in a relationship? It's always relationship advice.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship.
Yeah,
I have to give relationship
you
advice.
have to give relationship advice.
It's all you.
Kobe's got that.
Kobe.
There's no shame.
I'm having like a flashback to the last interview that Bailey gave like this piece of mature advice, and I'm like, he's 18.
Oh no.
With emotional maturity, 30. But no, it was nice. This is a 29-year-old female saying that she is disappointed with how their fiance proposed. My fiance, who's 30, and I discussed at length about a relationship and marriage, and with it was details of my ideal proposal. To me, I wanted it simple, but there was 2 things that needed to be there. A photographer, so that we can have nice photos, and something sentimental to our relationship. For the proposal, he took me to a random park that had absolutely no meaning to us. It wasn't even a pretty park to walk around or look at. He had nothing set up either. We walked aimlessly around the empty grass. He got down on one knee and randomly proposed. I was genuinely really happy when he asked, but I figured perhaps he planned something that didn't get pulled through, so I said yes. He told me later that the proposal is up to him and he didn't want any frills or to waste more money on because he already had to buy a ring to my liking. The park was just a random park we drove by on the day he decided was the right day to ask. I asked if maybe we could have a stage proposal engagement shoot, and he said that I was obsessing over the wrong things, got angry, that I'm being greedy and ungrateful by thinking him asking was not enough. I'm not sure how I can let him understand how disappointed I am. How should I approach this?
First off, the gaslighting is crazy.
Right.
Kobe.
You're up, bud.
All you, Kobe.
Whoa. You guys want me to answer this?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, first off, it sounds like he doesn't want to marry her. I ain't gonna lie.
But he asked. Come on.
She asked for some specific things, though.
Yeah, they weren't huge things.
I think they're the
Pretty
basic
minuscule,
things.
Yeah.
That's like she asked for bare minimum and somehow got less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
Random
kinda
park
like
is crazy.
what's it called? A sign, red flag.
Yeah.
You ask for the bare minimum, you don't even get that.
Like, the park didn't even have, like, a meaning.
Right?
Like, it was just, like, a park.
The park has a meaning now.
Randomly proposing. Sure.
This is the part I proposed to you at.
Yeah.
So,
right.
so what should she say to him? Like, if you were in this guy's shoes and you did all this messed up shit, which I hope not. Let's learn from other people's mistakes.
Sure.
If the partner were to approach you, what do you think they should say?
I think it's a bit awkward, just the situation as a whole, but I don't know, because it's like he tried, but like not really there.
He tried.
He's not really there yet, you know. Like kind of had a good intention, but at the same time, just like
did buy a ring. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Bought a ring.
I would start.
But the follow through just like wasn't really there though.
Start with asking why the requirements were ignored.
That's a good way, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah,
And
that's
go
actually answering her question too. How should I approach this? Ask why.
And then dump him, sis. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
I've been meaning to get a dump his ass button, which would
Really?
be amused. Yeah, just right here in the center, like, dump his ass. But yeah, no, like me being put in those shoes, I'm like, damn, if I don't get what I want out of a proposal, I remember my friend would stress about it like crazy. Like she was like, what if he does it wrong? And I'm like, you say no and tell him to try again.
Could you imagine like stuttering? Like,
Stuttering is fine.
No.
I went to a wedding
Yes.
once where the groom, when he was reading the vows, he got so emotional, like he could not stop
okay,
crying.
yeah,
Well, like crying, yeah.
crying, like emotional, yeah, but just
If I
like
was anxious in front of these people.
I think he was just so excited to get married to
That
this
is
girl
true.
that he was just crying. And so I'm sitting there, I'm about to start crying because I'm like, this is so cute. And my boyfriend is laughing, and I'm like, you're so rude. Let them have their moment.
Right.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't have said yes to her. I would have been like, no, try again. This isn't what I asked for.
How do you feel about like public proposals? Like you're at like a Knicks game and the guy's like that's rough, you know what I mean?
I think so. Public proposal should never be a problem because proposals are things that you should talk about before you actually get to the point of proposing.
Right.
By the time you're proposing to someone, you have to be like pretty sure they're gonna say yes.
Some people just like half court it and they're just like, hey, I'm just gonna throw it out there and if it happens, it happens. And it's like, I don't know.
That's the way I like to live.
Those people are psychopaths.
Who's there?
Or just get ready for the embarrassment of being said no to in a very public place.
On a jumbotron.
Why am I at the Knicks game, bro? Why am I not at a restaurant?
But public proposals are okay as long as people involved are okay with them.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a partner that's like, don't you dare, and then you do it, that's so rude. That's so messed up.
Yeah.
But I propose that you guys should use your shameless plug moment and let everybody know what you need them to know about Justify.
Come out to our shows, hang out. Like we're fun. We like to have a good time. Stream our music, it's out. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty straightforward. Yeah. So.
Same.
I can confirm they're fun. But anyways, guys,
Come hang out.
Check out Justify. You guys are on Spotify, I'm assuming, all music platforms.
All the streaming stuff.
All the streaming platforms. Thank you guys for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for
Thank
having
you so
us.
much.
It was a fun chat. I will try to come out to a show soon. I'll listen to that EP.
Definitely.
And I will catch you guys on another episode of the Senior Citizen Podcast.